space, once a peaceful frontier, is now a potential battleground with significant consequences for our daily lives. And national security. U.S. officials have raised concerns about a Russian anti-satellite weapon that could disrupt vital space infrastructure for up to a year. This weapon could cripple satellites critical for navigation, communication, and military operations. In this video, we'll dive deep into this emerging threat, explore its impact on national security and daily life, and unpack the global efforts to prevent space from becoming a war zone. A new arms race is emerging above our heads. U.S. officials are worried about a Russian anti-satellite weapon that could render crucial parts of space unusable. This weapon, if deployed, could destroy satellites essential for tasks like navigation, communication, and surveillance. The threat goes beyond the weapon's destructive power. It could cause widespread chaos across various sectors. The alarm was first raised in February, with the White House confirming its seriousness. Intelligence reports suggest Russia is developing this weapon, marking a concerning shift towards space weaponization. The potential impact: disabling key satellites could severely cripple U.S. military operations that rely heavily on space-based assets. Imagine troops navigating by map and compass, a method not used since World War II. The impact extends beyond the military, affecting civilian infrastructure like power grids, financial systems, and air travel. Even GPS disruption could lead to widespread confusion. A call for international cooperation. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 prohibits deploying nuclear weapons in space. But recent actions by Russia suggest a shift. Their veto of a UN resolution banning such weapons highlights their willingness to risk international condemnation for strategic advantage. This raises concerns about the future of space cooperation and global security. The potential consequences of weaponizing space are dire. A year-long disruption would force us to reevaluate how we approach both military strategy and daily life, exposing our dependence on space technology. The U.S. military's dependence on space-based infrastructure is profound and multifaceted. Satellites act as the backbone for many critical functions, including navigation, missile detection, and secure communication. Losing access to these capabilities would be a game-changer in any conflict, forcing the military to revert to outdated methods with significant drawbacks. Imagine soldiers navigating enemy territory using a compass and map, a method not utilized since World War II. This regression would not only hamper operational efficiency, but also affect morale and strategic planning. Recent reports underscore the vulnerabilities inherent in our space-dependent infrastructure. A government watchdog highlighted gaps in efforts to find alternatives to GPS, which remains a cornerstone of both military and civilian navigation systems. Furthermore, instances of GPS interference, such as Finnair suspending flights to Estonia due to suspected Russian interference, underscore the practical risks posed by these vulnerabilities. The evidence suggests that our current reliance on space-based systems is both a strength and a potential Achilles heel. The impact on national security would be multifaceted and profound. Without reliable satellite communication, the U.S. would struggle to detect and respond to missile threats, leaving the nation vulnerable to surprise attacks. The interruption of GPS services would also hinder military logistics, affecting everything from troop movements to supply chain management. Moreover, the psychological impact on troops and commanders, suddenly deprived of their technological edge in a high-pressure environment, cannot be underestimated. The ability to operate seamlessly and efficiently is a critical component of modern military strategy. and any disruption could have cascading effects. The potential loss of satellite functionality extends far beyond the military sphere. Critical infrastructure, such as power utilities, financial institutions, and communication networks, rely on satellite-based timing systems. A disruption in these services could lead to widespread chaos, affecting everything from stock market transactions to emergency services. The ripple effects of such a disruption would be felt across society, highlighting the interconnected nature of our modern world. This threat underscores the need for a comprehensive approach to space security. This includes not only protecting existing assets, but also developing resilient systems capable of withstanding or quickly recovering from an attack. The international community has long recognized the dangers of weaponizing space. Efforts to prevent destructive space weapons include treaties and resolutions aimed at maintaining space as a peaceful domain. In December 2022, the UN adopted a US-led resolution supporting a moratorium on anti-satellite weapon testing, challenges, and diplomacy. However, actions by major spacefaring nations like Russia and China raise concerns. Their reluctance to fully commit to international norms, as seen in their recent UN votes, is troubling. The potential consequences of weaponizing space would affect all nations. Building a united front. The diplomatic landscape surrounding space security is complex. Achieving global consensus is complicated by the strategic interests of major powers. The US must navigate these waters carefully, balancing cooperation with protecting its space assets. Diplomatic efforts should focus on trust building and collaboration while addressing underlying motivations for space weaponization. A multifaceted response. The US must adopt a multifaceted approach to address this growing threat. This includes enhancing the resilience of its space systems and developing contingency plans for operating without them. Investing in technologies to withstand attacks and exploring alternative methods for critical functions are crucial. International cooperation and resiliency. Establishing international norms and agreements to deter space weapon use is key. Strengthening alliances and fostering cooperation with other spacefaring nations will be essential in creating a unified front against space weaponization. The emergence of a potential Russian anti-satellite weapon marks a critical juncture in the domain of space security. This new threat underscores the vulnerability of our satellite-dependent world, impacting everything from military operations to everyday conveniences. As we navigate these challenges, the US must bolster its defenses and develop robust contingency plans. The stakes are high, and the cost of inaction could be unprecedented disruption and vulnerability. By staying vigilant and proactive, we can safeguard the critical infrastructure that underpins both our national security and our daily lives. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more introducing new subject. See you next time.